welcome to Radiant Reiki with Carol. For those of you that are new to this channel, my name is Carol, and I'm so happy you chose to be here. If you would like more information about my Reiki business, see the website and description down below. On this channel, we will talk much more than just about Reiki energy healing. We're also going to talk about all things spiritual. I'm really excited. Can you tell? Today, I will be talking about my journey to self-love. I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable. If this is of benefit to you, please let me know in the comments below. I have found that in my Reiki practice that loving oneself is an ongoing process. I'm going to read this to you. This explains what self-love is. Self-love means accepting yourself as you are in this moment for everything that you are. It means accepting your emotions for what they are and putting your physical, emotional, and mental well-being first. That is hard to do, especially my generation and being a female. This was not something we were taught to do. We were taught to, kind of do everything for everybody and just be quiet about it. So this is a little different maybe for some of you if you're like me. It sounds really selfish, right? But it's not. It's actually the right thing to do, and the only way really to love someone else is because you have to first love yourself. All right, so here are some signs that you may need to work on self-love, like me. Number 1, you are an overgiver of your time, money, energy. These can be either with family, friends, or romantic partners. So, for example, in my career, I was super confident, and with my friends, super confident as far as I knew. I thought I was very confident in those areas, and so therefore I thought of myself as a very confident person, and I am. But when it came to my romantic partners, I did overgive, and I didn't realize it. I thought that's what we were supposed to do or something, but that isn't. So think about you and your circumstance in that situation. Number 2, you either don't set proper boundaries or you let others walk all over them. So even if you set them, you just let them walk all over them. So what I mean by a boundary is they are expectations of how you expect someone to treat you. So again, I set great boundaries or expectations when I was teaching. Kids did not walk all over me. Kids respected me. They knew what they could say or do and what they could not. And I was consistent in that. Same thing with my friends. But in my romantic relationships, I would set the boundaries and then they would walk on them. And then sometimes they would apologize and then do it again and again and again. My fault, my bad for letting them, right? Okay, number 3, you keep repeating a pattern of who you choose as a romantic partner or friend. These are the kind of people that I chose. They were emotionally immature or emotionally unavailable. Often were ready to commit too soon or not able to fully commit to me. They were inconsistent on how they treated me, such as being exceptionally rude or insulting, and then on the next minute, extremely complimentary. So very inconsistent. If any of these things sound familiar to you, maybe learning to love yourself and therefore someone else will help break this cycle of unfulfilling relationships. Here are some ways to practice self-love. Becoming mindful. Know yourself and what you want. This means that you need to know what's important to you. For example, having people treat you with respect or listen to you or trusting what you say. Not always questioning everything you say. You want someone who's going to listen to you as a friend or a romantic partner, right? Take action. Break old patterns. This means that you need to do your work on yourself regarding breaking the pattern you have set for yourself. So you need to realize the pattern and then figure out why and how to change it. Practice good self-care. So when you love yourself, you will treat yourself with respect and take care of yourself on the inside as well as the outside. Both are equally important to self-love. And remember to be kind, patient, gentle, and compassionate to yourself, just like you would with someone else. You know, when you're going through this process, you're going to mess up. Be kind to yourself. It's okay when you mess up. You're just human, remember. Okay, some other things that I did in my journey that really helped me quite a bit. The first one was self-love journal every morning. So it sounds weird and it's kind of hard in the beginning, but you get a journal and you have it by your bedside. And every morning when I woke up, I would write at least one thing that I love about myself. And then, of course, after a week or so, you're going, okay, what else do I write in this thing? But you can find things. You can keep looking, keep talking to people, see what other people say about you, listen to that, notice that, and use those things. But once you get to the point where you think, okay, I've written everything I can, then you can go back and start reading those things to yourself every morning. So first writing, then reading, okay? This is huge for your psyche. When you write things down or read them out loud or both, it is huge. This information goes in, you know, even when you don't think it's like, whatever, it goes in. It's so important to your psyche. Another thing I did, which was, I got this from a guy named Gareth Hudson. He's on YouTube. He does tarot readings. He's also a Reiki master and many other things. He's got a lot of talent. But one of the things he told me was that I needed to open my back heart chakra. Now you're probably thinking, what the heck is that? And I will tell you, I didn't know at the time either. But there are front chakras that I'm sure that you've heard of. And that, your front chakras, there are 7 of them, starting with the root, going up to the crown. Those chakras are for the output. That is how you interact with the world. That's the front chakras. The back chakras behind you, and they're the same ones from the root all the way up to the crown, basically. Those chakras are your input. So whatever experiences you have in this world in your past, whether when you were a child or even just last year, all these experiences go in to your chakras there. And they especially go into your back heart chakra regarding emotions. So if people hurt your feelings or people really hurt you in any way, that's going to go into your back heart chakra. So that may become closed because it goes, nope, not doing this anymore, not gonna do that. So it becomes closed and you don't even know it. So what you do is you get malachite and selenite. Malachite is a green stone about this big, and the selenite can be about the same size. You can get that on Amazon. And you lay down on the malachite and put the selenite on your front chakra, the malachite on your back chakra, which is just your heart in the back side. And listen to this back heart chakra meditation. They're on YouTube as well. I'll try to leave a link for that down below for those of you that might be interested in it. It's sound healing. It's only about 15 minutes long, but it is amazing. Oh my gosh. When I did this, the first time especially, but it would happen numerous times when I was doing this, it would ripple like water, like ripples on water from the back heart, from the malachite. It would ripple across my back. I could feel it. The malachite actually shook with this sound healing. It was amazing. It's just really the coolest thing, really. You have to try it. And you feel a warmth, and it's just wonderful. So it's 15 minutes of your time, and I think it's well worth it. And that will open your back heart chakra, which is from all the input of maybe some things that people have said to you that you were not happy about, right? Another thing is keep all talk about yourself positive. So I used to kid, if those of you that know me, I used to kid a lot about myself. I would joke about myself. And I didn't always mean it. It was just, kind of self-deprecating. But what it does is it goes into your psyche. So you got to keep all your talk about yourself positive. Even your joking, keep it positive. So that's super important. And avoid people who talk negatively toward you or others. So anyone who's talking negatively towards you, we don't really want to hang out with them anyway. But also, if they're in your work environment, of course, you don't have a choice, you have to. But, avoid them whenever possible, if possible. We all know who these people are that always talk about others. Those people, you can bet they're talking about you too. So we don't need to be around people that are going to be negative towards you or others. The negative people, you kind of try to cut out of your life if you can. Then another thing I did was the inner child healing meditation. This is another meditation, only takes about 15 minutes. My daughter actually redid a meditation, and she has a very calm voice. She does also all sorts of things in the spiritual world, but her voice is very calm. So I'll leave the link down below for that too, if you'd like. But the inner child healing meditation, whether it be this one or any other one that you find off the internet, is probably good. Again, they're only about 15 minutes long, very powerful. And I had a great childhood. So and I benefited by this inner child healing. I've even recommended it to both my kids, and they've done it too, and really we're glad that they did, even though I told them, I'm sorry, I'm sure I messed up somewhere, because that's what we parents do. No matter how much we love our kids, we're going to mess them up a little bit. So anyway, I would highly recommend that inner child healing meditation. There's one on Oprah too that's really cool. You can Google that. That was very powerful and very different that was done on the Oprah show. So you might want to try that one too. Another thing to do is look at yourself in the mirror and say really nice things about yourself. They can be about your physical appearance, but it can also be about who you are. And really look into your eyes while you're talking to yourself in the mirror. The longer that you can talk to yourself in the mirror in a positive way, the better. Easier said than done, but eventually it'll get easier. Again, this goes into your psyche. It's super important that yourself, your inner subconscious, knows that you love yourself. And it will tell the subconscious that you do. And that is what comes out when you're dealing with other people, your subconscious. Another thing to do is lead by example. So when you love yourself, others will too. And it is so true. I have found once I started this journey of self-love, I have many different friends, circles of friends. And so some of them always treated me beautifully, and that didn't change too much. But then there's some that kind of treated me up and down. They were like, okay, they had me pegged in a certain way. And perhaps they were mirroring how I felt about myself. I don't know. But boy, things changed. People treat me so much better now that I love myself. It is all unseen interactions. This is all unseen. This is energetic interactions that no one can see, but they can feel. And they are just mirroring back to me how I feel about myself. And that's amazing. Really amazing. I highly recommend doing all of these things. You'll be amazed. So I hope this talk today helped you begin your journey of self-love. You'll be amazed at your potential is limitless. Really, truly. When you love yourself, your potential is, you can go anywhere or do anything. If you enjoyed this video and are interested in learning more about spirituality, please share, like, and subscribe. It is absolutely free. And this helps more people find me and reach more people that are like you, right? Okay, in love and light, my friends. See you next time.